Hello and welcome to The Analyst. I'm Nikita Rana, and today we're going to be discussing what happened in October 2020 when India's financial capital, Mumbai, came to a complete standstill because of a power outage, the likes of which hadn't been seen in decades. In the middle of a pandemic, hospital ICUs and COVID care centers were running on minimal backup until private generators were hurriedly called in. BSE volumes dipped drastically and the local trains came to a complete standstill. It took about 2 hours till all these critical sectors were able to get going, but for the suburbs, it took 10 to 12 hours till power was restored. At that time, authorities had no idea why this had been caused. It was only a month later that the Maharashtra Cyber Department said that they have preliminary evidence which suggests that this was an act of sabotage. A malware was discovered at a load dispatch center, and there were multiple suspicious logins from accounts in Singapore and various South Asian countries. A full-blown investigation is now underway. Who could be behind these attacks? It could be North Korea on behalf of China or non-Chinese state actors. This could be because of India's standoff in Ladakh or part of the cyber attacks that happened in Feb 2020. This is not the first instance of a cyber attack on India's electricity infrastructure. In 2019, the Kudankulam nuclear power plant in Tamil Nadu had been attacked. And the NPCI was notified by CERT. An investigation by India's Atomic Energy Department revealed that a user had connected a malware-infected personal computer to the administrative network of the power plant. The operations of the power plant didn't get affected because the operational network and the administrative network are not connected in any way. VirusTotal, a virus scanning website by Google's parent company Alphabet, has said that a lot of critical data has been stolen from the Kudankulam nuclear power plant. If this is true, this means that subsequent attacks on the power plant could be more effective. This could mean, facilitate sabotage, theft of nuclear materials, or in the worst case, a nuclear meltdown. In another instance of India's electricity infrastructure being compromised, the WannaCry ransomware, which affected unpatched Windows PCs, also affected the billing computers of the West Bengal Electric Distribution Company. India's electric grid is quite vulnerable and has multiple points that can be breached, having wide-ranging consequences from blackouts to nuclear meltdowns. These attacks are becoming more and more frequent, involving nation-state actors who have large resources and high motivation. ICS and SCADA systems play a vital role in critical infrastructures like energy, oil, water, gas, refineries, and air gaps can no longer be relied on for complete security. The only thing that one can do is a yearly audit of infrastructure with regards to statutory compliance certificates, more cybersecurity awareness from the top management to the technical equipment team, and regular system and software updates. In our next episode, we'll be back with how Russia majorly breached Ukraine's electricity infrastructure. That's it from us. Thank you for watching.